Hi, and welcome back to our vidcast. Today we just had in chapel Pastor Steve Viers, who is the senior pastor at Faith Church in Lafayette, Indiana. And Pastor, thanks so much for joining us.
It was a privilege to be here. Thank you.
I don't know of another church that has so many different arms of outreach into the community like Faith does. But all of those began for a specific purpose, a specific reason, which is that you want the community to know that this is a church who loves you.
Well, it came down to our church had 2 worship services. We were going into a third one, and folks were a little concerned about just what that would do to me, what that would do to our worship team, etc. So we started doing some study about what would it cost to build a new auditorium. So we slotted it in. We had the architectural drawings done and that sort of thing. It's going to cost $9 million. There's got to be a better way to spend our money. That's really what it came down to. There's got to be a better way to spend our money. And we said, well, let's see if we can reach our neighbors better with that kind of an investment. What are the needs that exist around us that we can meet with that kind of money? And we said, you know, we're really not sure. We don't know what the needs are to the degree that we should. Let's ask our neighbors. Not about what they want us to believe, not about what they want our worship services to be like, but what are the needs that they see in our area that a church like us might be able to meet? What they were saying to us in a nutshell was, build a YMCA. As crazy as that might sound, build a YMCA, that would show love to us. And we said that's exactly what we're going to do. So on our campus, it's not a family life center, it's not for our church, it's for our community. We built a community center. And that's what it has. It has meeting rooms. People from our community can come in and use it for birthday parties. They can use it for anniversaries, homeowner association meetings, business opportunities. The sheriff uses it for training. Just you name it, they use those rooms. It's just been our way to touch base with our neighbors, to penetrate into our community, to show love to them. So our volunteers, it's not like they're banging kids over the head with their Bible. They're simply just loving them in the name of Christ, and then they're getting into redemptive conversations that are very, very natural. But they're on the foundation of love that was demonstrated in a very practical way. And it many times is the first connection for us to be able to build a relationship that leads to a conversation that's truly biblical and redemptive.
Discipleship. Talk a little bit about what the response in the community has been like. How many people have said, you know what, that looks like something we'd like to be a part of? And then how has that transferred into people showing an increased interest in the church and the ministry that's going on there at Faith?
Well, we've been doing this now for 6 years, and we've had greater connections with more people from our community than ever before. And what it ends up meaning is that the waiting list in our counseling center is larger than it's ever been. We've seen more people become baptized as a result of this last 6 years' emphasis than ever before, and we're glad for that. I mean, we're adding 150 to 200 new members every year. And, you know, I'm not about numbers per se, but I am unashamedly about souls. I want to see people come to Christ. I want to see them be discipled in practical ways. I want to know where they are a year or 2 years after they supposedly made a decision. And we're seeing that happen, and we're very, very glad for that.
Thanks for joining us for today's vidcast, and thank you again, Pastor, for being with us today. If you'd like to know more about the ministries at Northland, of course, all you have to do is click on the website that you see on your screen, or if you'd like to see what the Lord is doing at Pastor Viers' church at Faith in Lafayette, then you can click on that screen as well, faithlafayette.org. Thanks again for being a part of today's vidcast.